I was hoping you're going to wear something velour because I've worn my velour retro fucking gig.
You should have texted us, man. I've literally got a feel of velour. We could have looked like a right pair of whoppers.
I think so.
No, that was a bad idea, wasn't it? Like a couple of years ago, I got one of these for Christmas. That's what it was. I just got one for Christmas. I fucking hell, I fucking like that, mate. You put it on, you think, oh, look, a bit like the business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the business.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I thought, oh, I'll make that a thing. You know, anyway. So I went out, bought 2 of them. So I had 3 of them. And obviously the guy I was working with at the time, he was like, oh, it's a good idea. That's like, and I realised after about a month, I don't fucking like him. And like 2 years later, I'm still wearing these fucking tracksuits, and I'm like, oh, you look like fucking Jimmy Savile, mate.
Well,
you do though.
I've just been I'm at a networking conference up in Wynyard Hall.
Yeah.
And I've said to a few people, oh, I'm on a podcast this afternoon. People like us. And someone said, oh, the lad who wears a tracksuit.
No way.
Like, that's how you're getting known, do you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter if they know the name of the podcast, but if they know, because they are really stand out, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Because the generation who listen to podcasts also grew up watching the fucking business.
Yeah. You know what they are? The Marmite.
Yeah,
like
100%.
The Marmite. Like, my mum says, mate, like, she literally says, you look like Jimmy Savile. Like, she says, you've got the hair, you had the jewellery on. She said, Daniel, like, you need to stop doing that.
Get
yeah.
a cigar.
I know, yeah. But,
so, like I was saying there, my premiere's on the 6th of November, right?
Right.
And I said to my wife, I'd ordered a Sergio fucking full deck.
Get up there.
Velour.
Yes.
And it turned up and she was like, oh, Margaia's turned up. And I said, oh, I meant it'll be for the premiere. And she went, you're not wearing a velour tracksuit for your premiere. And I went, why not? She went, I'm not going to allow you.
Oh.
She went, you wear them and you can pull them off, John, but it's your premiere. That'll be forever, that.
You're going to wear like your suit and that.
I was like, I don't know about. We'll have to have a negotiation here. Cause
what colour was the velour?
It's a Sergio black one with the gold trim.
Beautiful.
Absolutely,
beautiful.
And she was like, no, you're gonna have to get something else. So I've got like not a velour jumper, but like a different style retro jumper coming.
Hey, they cost a fortune, them tracksuits, don't they?
Fortune. I get them off a couple of guys offline there. I think all I is class, mate.
Yeah.
Because it's all it's identity, innit? It's your own identity.
Would you go like? Would you like? Because I haven't got the balls. Like, would you go out to a restaurant like on a Saturday night to Nando's with your missus and sit there, no thingy on, and sit there like that? Everyone's looking at you. Like, who is this?
Who's this guy?
Here?
I'm gonna say yes for the sake of the fucking conversation, but I tell you what, I did go to a networking conference in Liverpool, right? And I went wearing this, and I'd walked in, and like Scousers dress very different, don't they, than we do up here. And this like quite posh woman had said, "Is that a velour jumper?" I went, "Yeah, it is, yeah." She went, "You never see any of them down here." And I said, "He's got no style, that's why." I was like, "Do you know how much bottle it takes to walk around the city wearing a velour jumper?"
Oh, yeah.
And a two-tone colour one as well.
Yeah,
she was like, I need to know you. And I was like, get us on LinkedIn.
It's a vibe, innit? Yeah. The velour.
Yeah.
Where did velour, like, when did that become like trendy, Ron? Like, where's this velour come from?
In truth, I've never known it to be.
It's a rich woman's thing, innit?
Is it?
I want to think it's a rich woman's thing. And then somehow it got involved with like football culture.
Is that where it comes from? Because velour, for me, was what your settee was made of.
Yeah.
That's like my first experience of velour.
When did it become popular? Google search it. 80s, 90s.
80s and 90s.
Fashion design.
Fashion designs, that's where it's come from. Similar to upholstery, yeah.
Yeah.
Have a look on the images, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Imagine it just comes up with you.
Just doing it.
Oh, them trackies, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the girls' trackie? Juicy coutures and that. Remember? Yeah, that couture wrote on their ass and that. Do you remember?
There you go.
Yeah, juicy,
yeah. Hey, they were
and then it came into like football culture, didn't it? And then Sergio got on him, and then all of a sudden the lads were battering each other in football grounds wearing them.
Yeah.
Which is a bad choice because velour is quite hard. If you get it like dirty, it's quite hard to clean.
Yeah. No, it is. To be honest, like I say, some of them are like them tracksuits. You get the Sergios, the feelers. Some of them are a bit they're a bit too much. Like,
Oh, the naughty.
Yeah.
proper some naughty
Yeah.
ones, like, you know.
Sub 200 bar, easy.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
Yeah, but some of them, like, you couldn't wear some of them. Like, obviously,
I reckon
we
you could.
still have them in. I think you're from a working class background as
Yeah.
well. Like, obviously, like, you know, you've still got some of that old school mentality that you
Yeah.
remember from when you were 14, and you think, I'm gonna get braid. Do you know, like, someone's gonna just walk up and just clip us. Do you know? Yeah.
If you ever go, like today at the conference I'm at, they're all shooting, they're all like shirt and ties.
Yeah.
And I've rocked up wearing this, and someone will go, "Fucking hell, who's that?" Like, you've got a moment to stand out, and you're not everyone's cup of tea, but also you shouldn't be everyone's cup of tea.
No.
You know, you should stand out, and some people want to like go, "Oh, I like that." Mint, you've just assaulted us, but no worries.
No, it's something I've heard you talk about before. I've seen you on Summit. I can't remember what it was now, but I heard you talk about it, like, about like standing out and branding and stuff like that. Like, you've walked in that room today. Did you say everybody was corporated up?
Everyone's corporate,
But you weren't.
I've come with my Patrick trainers on and my velour jumper.
And I
The
bet
dog's
you.
bollocks.
Yeah.
And I bet you, if you'd done a poll,
Yeah.
more people remember you than
Yeah.
anyone else.
Did you see anyone wearing a velour jumper? Fucking right, I did.
Just one.
Just
Yeah,
one guy rocked up,
yeah.
and I thought he's got a bit of edge about him, hasn't he? I bet he does awesome stuff all the time, and like it's that, innit?
Yeah.
People remember what they remember, and I know my clients are of the same age or just slightly older than me, so they've got a football. They do all stuff like this, and then all of a sudden you've connected. And I used to wear fucking feeler. You've connected an emotional touch point.
Yeah.
And that's like the sales marketing. There's more than one way to do it, and it's become memorable or become fucking hell. Would I wear a velour shirt to a networking event? I'm not sure I would, but maybe I should.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
So I was saying to my wife this morning, I was like, I'm still not 100%. I'm thinking about this tracksuit. She's like, she went, I'm not going if you wear that. I was like, I'm confident enough to walk on the stage wearing it. She's like, John. I was like, no, I think it'll be good luck.
Acting like your agent, isn't
Yeah.
she? Do you know what I mean? They're just giving you a little
Yeah.
safety voice.
No, wear something nice. It's fucking nice. It's 250 quid. It's got to be nice.
Anyway, are we? Are we rolling, Ron?
We are rolling, sir.
We are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. People Like Us podcast. Welcome back. Today's guest, I should say, is a leadership and resilience coach. That's right?
That's right.
It is. Before I start, mate, before I do this intro, are you a big believer in like preparation?
No cuff too tough sometimes, but prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
And the plan was today, John, as you can tell from the change of time, the plan was I'll get to work about 9. I'll sit down on the internet. I'll do a bit of research. I'll write myself a script. Reality, what happened is an appointment come up and I turned up 5 minutes before you.
Nice.
So I ran upstairs, gone, fuck, what am I going to do? So we're just going to see how this goes,
I love
right?
it. It happens to the best of us. It happened to me all last week in Morocco. I had a plan, they had a plan, and the universe had a plan.
Yeah, that's exactly it, yeah.
And somewhere along the line, they kind of merged at points.
Yeah, so we'll just see how we get on there. As I say, a leadership resilience coach, was a proud member of the British Armed Forces. He's an entrepreneur, he's a motivator, he's a motivational speaker. He is the CEO adventurer. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Beamson.
First of all, what a phenomenal time to be alive. That is my
Yes, it
catchphrase, and I love it, and I've just said it. So hello to everyone in podcast land.
What is the official line?
Well, I bought it off a fella for 40 grand, a guy called Matthew Irwell, who runs a sales training academy called the Elite Closing Academy. And when I went on his course, he says, what a phenomenal time to be alive. And I thought, when I heard that, I thought, fucking hell, that's class, that. That's absolutely class. And it's what you call a disarming statement. So when you say that out loud to somebody or to a group of people, it takes you to a happy place in your mind where you go, fucking, it's a good time to be alive, isn't it? He's right, that fucking lad. And straight away, you're no longer the unknown. You're no longer the enemy or someone who's trying to sell us something or someone who doesn't mean us harm. It goes, hey, he's right, that lad. It's a good time to be alive. So it gains a tiny little bit of trust straight away. And if you and your posture, when I say it, I'm always very open posture, because that's a friendship posture. I'm not like, let's fucking have it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a friend. I don't mean you any danger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. And sometimes when you say it to people, you can see them like look, and almost like they're accessing a part of the brain where they're thinking of a happy memory, or they get like a little smile, and you don't know that you're doing it. And then people go, yeah, I do. And you meet someone who'll go, all right, mate. I had a taxi driver this morning. I went, all right, mate, how you get on? He went, it's fucking shit, mate. I was like, oh, great. I mean, mint 20 minutes in here then.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good talk.
and you're just off. You're down. Do you know what I mean? You've lost him. So, Matt said a phenomenal time to be alive. I just say what a wonderful time and what a great time. So I've kind of made it my own. But I give him loads of referrals that year that I was in his network, and I passed loads of business his way. So I always say I bought it off him.
Yeah, well, technically, yeah, right.
Technically,
I was thinking there when you were saying it, I was thinking, how can you can't own that line? Like, does that mean I can't say it?
So because he's like big in my space, what I've never wanted is anyone to go, that's Matthew Irwell's, that you've nicked it. So I've always said, I got it off him.
Right.
So I've always give him credit.
Right.
Because if you don't, you know what people are like, it's mine that. And then you find out it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I've always give him credit, and I always say, I give him loads of referrals that, I work with him. So I'm allowed to say it because I've bought it. So, and I just slightly adapt it. So people love it. People say it to me all the time.
Yeah, as I say, I think we were just talking there before we started with these tracksuits and that. I'm just waiting for the letters to come through from Jimmy Savile's cousins. You know what I mean? Saying like, you've got my granddad's tracksuits. They're like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, class.
Can I just quickly be a pain in the arse?
Move forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, and just tip it down a little bit, just because it's like,
Yeah.
there you go.
That's like?
That's spot on, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm no good at this. I'm all over the place. You know what I mean?
Animated.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's a small room, so
picks
pretty
up the
much.
sound.
If you
the
watch
three
actually,
mics.
like, you'll notice Dan slowly moves further and further to the left-hand side as the
It's
podcast
all
goes
over.
on.
Yeah. I'm terrible.
When I've been editing shorts and stuff, I'm like, it keeps moving further and
just
further
disappearing.
left.
It's just got my
Yeah.
shoulder in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like half the time, like,
Class.
I need to be pointing the camera at the curtain because that's
class.
where he's going to end up.
You know what, John? You've done a couple of podcasts, right? And I'm mindful not to do the whole "this is your life" again.
Oh, yeah, I
do you know
know.
what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it, but it's been done, and everyone's heard it. Like you're pretty public now. Like
Yeah.
I knew about you before today, and that's just through years of seeing you pop up online, people mentioning your stuff like this, and I bet most people watching this are local people.
Yeah,
so the majority
yeah.
of people are going to know this story, and there is a good story, but. There's a question, right? Then this is purely for me, as I have listened to bits and pieces of you over the years, but then I thought to myself, right, he does all this stuff, right? Mate, he's been the hero. He's done the British military stuff. He's doing really positive stuff now for people. Yeah. But I thought to myself, right, why is he doing it? Like, why are you doing
question.
this? Like, why this? Why not something else?
Yeah.
Why?
I think things find you sometimes, and like my first client was Mike Baxter.
Right, was it?
So it kind of just came about from Mike getting in touch with me and me thinking, well, what am I going to do with this fella? Because I'm going to have to just create on the fly. And I literally made up Mike's program coming down Rosebery Topping with him
Literally,
on the spot.
just there and then.
Because when someone's ready to buy and someone wants in, don't create a barrier.
No.
Don't blag it, but think, right, what can I offer here? And I'm creative. So I was like, well, I've got this thing, Adventure 90, it's a 90-day package. It's designed to take you from here to here. And what it involves is this, this, and this. And the person who starts won't be the person who finishes. And you're going to hate me, and I'm going to get on your tits, and vice versa. But at the end of it, we'll be sound. And from there, you refine things, don't you? That worked, that didn't work. This works, that works. And I've always had a positive outlook on life. I've always been like, you know, we are lucky to be here. So when you are here, make the most of it. Enjoy your time.
You were always positive in that way.
I think there was definitely a period after the army where I was down because I lost my identity because I'd gone from being in the British Army to being a guy from Darlow. So there was a time where I was looking for something. That was probably the lowest point because of what I found was getting on the session. And that's like, and I'm not here to tell the old session a success story. That's been done to death. But I enjoyed the session, if I'm honest with you. Like, it was good crack, do you know what I mean? But
do you know what? More people need to just be honest, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
brilliant.
There's a lot of these podcasts where you can see these fellas, and bless them, I'm sure they mean it, but you feel like saying, yeah, but you had some good nights though, didn't you? Do you know what I mean?
I had a group of friends, all ex-squaddies, and we used to just session it up massively.
Yeah.
Like, the only problem is it can't go on forever, and it's for you to go, oh, can I be going to Durham and like having fights with people who I don't know and getting kicked out of pubs and that when I'm 45? Not really. It's not a good look. It's not a great return on investment, is it? Do you know what I mean?
It's not like
money spent, money in, money out. Like,
No.
And I had like a big couple of moments, and I just thought, oh, it's gone sideways. This, like, you won't get away with it much longer. And then naturally you just make a decision, don't you, where you go from like, well, I'll go out for major occasions, so Black Eye Friday, birthdays, and then all of a sudden something drops off. And then I just remember doing an entire year with not being drunk and thought, oh my God, I haven't been out all year.
exactly that happened to me.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Without the fights.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it just went over the course of 5 years, went from monthly to 6 times a year to 3. Then it was once a year for a year or two. Then a year had passed, and you don't realise, you get to October, you're like, hang on, I haven't had a sip. And then you make it a thing. Oh, I'm going to go a year. And you do the year.
Yeah.
And then I became that guy, duty out in the hills, giving you the brief down the camera. Stop drinking. Start looking after yourself.
Yeah.
And I'd only been doing it myself like 2 months.
They're the best, them, aren't
And
they?
you're like-
Proper preaching it.
and you
Still wiping the white powder from under the nose.
and I was all bought in that. And then I don't know. You kind of either you do or you don't. But I was like, that's one thing. That's my, like, you're trying to find this new version of yourself. You've found personal development. You're giving it a bit of Gary V and that, and then you're doing a bit of this, and a bit of that, and you're trying to find who you are. And then all of a sudden you do find it. And I was like, I think I've got it. If you don't drink, great, but I don't need to know that you don't drink.
Yeah.
And announcing that you don't drink, and what?
And what?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Mint.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. Look, it's not a big deal, right?
No.
We weren't supposed to go out and get bladdered every night and wreck your house. That was never a thing. And now that you don't do it, it's not really something they'd be like, oh, don't wreck the house anymore, right? Well, you shouldn't have anyway.
Was it for you?
But,
yeah.
So I didn't want to become that person. But yeah, the outdoors, I got in the outdoors, and then I was just like, oh, it's like proper boring. Got all the hiking gear and that out all the time.
That's such a stereotypical
it's-
thing, innit? From the sesh to the mountains.
yeah.
Like, that is literally,
Yeah.
that's the next step.
Every weekend I was going live, boring people's minds out the skull. Oh, here he is again, Duty John. What's something on now? Boring us with these tales. And then I got into the physical side of it. Like, I got really super fit, and I was like, I'll meet you on any mountain. I'll anyone wants a race, I'll take you on, you big dosses.
Out mountain, yeah.
Yeah, I'll out mountain you. Because all it becomes is you just exchange one thing that you used to do obsessively into the next thing.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, I'll get really fit. And then it was just challenge after challenge after challenge, sharing my Stravas. By the way, I'm harder than everyone online. Like, it just becomes a new thing. And then you think, oh, has this got any legs in it, really? Because like that's got a little point in your life, but if you're still doing it when you're 50, you'll be like, oh, it's a bit embarrassing, that, mate.
Yeah.
So I knocked that on the head. But and then got into like working with people, I suppose, and like
That's a bit I'm interested
Yeah,
about. That's a bit the switch. Like, I can see, like, physically, I can see the progression here. Like, obviously the army, like, there is a relation. There's something there. Then obviously the inevitable fall, obviously.
Yeah.
Then
get the violins out.
Then there's the rock bottom, then there's the way up. And then you've hit the mountains like 90% of ex-sessioners do.
Yeah.
And I can see the physical, but at what point did you say to yourself, do you know what? Because again, I know people now that were sessioners and mountain people. I've now fucked the mountain off.
Back on the session.
But they're not doing what you're doing.
Ah, right.
What point did you go, do you know what? And was it Mike?
Mike.
Was that the moment?
He found me and I found him.
But why you? This is what I don't get. So there's Mike, right, having this proper badding, right?
Yeah.
He's had to reach out to someone. Why you?
Because he said I was the most consistent man that he saw online.
What were you doing that was consistent?
I was out all the time, wasn't I?
Just being active and
just
shit.
out, big energy,
Right.
drawing it out in all weathers.
So basically, you've been the mountain cunt,
Yeah.
right? The Strava guy.
Yeah.
That's been enough to draw Mike to it.
To draw him to, and I knew him through previous life.
Right, I get this now.
So we'd already had like a bit of a, like, he knew me, I knew him, and then obviously we came together. And something that's new like that, if you're not from that world, and all of a sudden you've got me who's done absolutely loads, and I'm like, next week we're going here, and you're like, fucking hell, look at this place, it's mega here.
Yeah.
And then you're marketing yourself, aren't you? You're rebranding yourself because you put all these new photos on, and people go, oh, look, he's turned into a fucking G.I. Joe over here. Do you know what I mean? And it's they see a different side of you. And what it also does from a business owner's point of view is it's hard running businesses, and it's stressful. And without things in the diary, it doesn't happen. So if me and you are going out next week, that's in the diary. That's no different than a client meeting. If it's in the diary, it's in the diary. Has to happen. And you become like, oh, buzzing them out with John next week. Good energy. We can talk about this. Maybe I can tell John things I can't tell somebody else. And I've got somewhere to offload a bit of pressure, and I can get a different perspective. And then you do something awesome. We do something tough, or we do whatever we do. Endorphins go through the roof. Big cigars, big gun show on the old summits. You feel mint, you come down, good coffee, good bit of breakfast. Your mind's clear, back to the office. Oh, class. LinkedIn post, I'm better than everyone online, fuck you.
Yeah.
And class, everyone comments on your post. We've become addicted to attention. And if you're not from an outdoory world, and all of a sudden you're on every summit in the world, for a brief moment in time, your audience will be like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So you get that spike in attention.
Right. Okay.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I might be famous, I might monetize my page.
Yeah.
Might earn £2 off a poster,
Yeah. Literally creating new business plans in your head, right?
Yeah.
What am I going to do with all this
then
cash?
I was saying there earlier, when I work with people, every 90 days a challenge is coming.
Right.
So you're accountable for the next 90 days, and we will be doing that challenge. And if you don't pass it, because I live in a world of pass and fail, I'm not really in this world of like, well done, everyone tried, and everyone can have a clap and a pat on the back. Like, did we achieve what we set out to achieve? Yes. No. We can sit down and talk about them. I failed something in the summer, and
What'd you feel?
We attempted the Welsh 3000, which is like a really difficult event, and
What is it?
He's going to bring it up here. So there you go.
The Welsh 3000 challenge requires... Oh, I've lost it. Give us a read, Ron.
In order to complete the Welsh 3000 challenge, you are required to have been at the top of all 15 of the mountains over 3,000 foot in Wales within the space of 24 hours without using any form of transport. The length is about 24 miles, but the walks to the start point and down from the finish point can take it over 30 miles in total. The walk is known as the 14 Peaks, although are officially 15 Peaks or possibly 16.
So, me and a chap called Alex Thompson, who's been working with me all year, I'd put this into his program, and I was like, Alex, we'll fucking smash this, mate, cigars, fucking eyeballing it from the car park, right? And we turned up on the day, and it was red hot. Now, I hired a guy to lead it for me, because I'm not familiar with this route.
Right.
And I'm there to support Alex and support myself. So outsource. So I hired a guy. Now, unfortunately, me and the guy...
Like a Sherpa.
Yeah, like he owns his own mountaineering business. But me and him, from the moment, we just didn't click. There was just friction straight away.
Welsh guy.
He was Spanish, but he lives in Wales now. And like, there was just something there. And we did the first bit of it, and it was red hot, and we came down, and we were going up the next half of it, and he was like, guys, I think we need to have a conversation. And I said, I'll have it with you now.
Do you have an accent?
I can't do it.
Give it a go.
Hey, guys. And I was like, Michael, you can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit, mate. And I was like, me and him are fucked, and this is finished. And he was like, right. And as we were walking off, me and Alex looked at each other, and I just went, DNF, mate. Didn't finish.
Did not finish. Was Manuel fuming?
I think it was tough, because like, it was going to be a it's going to be a long day, mate. Like, no one was speaking to each other. And I was like, fucking, this is going to be a tough. Like, once you got through all the small talk, I was like, I was like,
zero chemistry.
oh my God, this is going to be fucking brutal.
So it's just you, Alex,
and him,
and the Spaniard.
Yeah, and it was just off. And then when we finished, I just said, for whatever reason, it just hasn't gone our way. But I'm not going to do a big fucking "whoa, it's me" post. Oh, me and so. I just wrote failed.
Yeah, simple as that. Done.
I don't need a life story. I don't need it over music. Just we failed. Here's a photo.
Fucked it. Yeah, simple as that.
Because when I work with a lot of people, right, and I always say, whenever it goes well, people just say, "Oh yeah, I've smashed it." But when it goes wrong, there's a list as long as your dad's dick about why it's gone wrong. Yeah. And the only thing it needs to say is, "I failed."
Yeah. It's funny you said
end of story.
Literally yesterday, right? I've been working with this like little trainery guy. Like I've got sucked in by his Instagram post. You know, one of them, right? Just look the business.
Mint.
Well, listen, you knew his name. It's called Protein Pappy. Do you know what I mean?
I'm in.
Yeah, it's sold. Anyway, I got involved with Protein Pappy. Nice guy, like, to be honest. But he did this marathon, and he's let his most recent post was he's told me about this marathon for ages. His most recent post was him finishing the marathon. And anyway, you know, it's a great big long thing, big massive thing, and I'm reading it through, and I get to the bottom, and I'm like, you've just took 5 minutes of my life saying fucked it.
Yeah.
Like, didn't do it,
Fucked
basically.
it.
Yeah. And I'm like, you should have just said that.
Fucked it.
Yeah, just literally like, I was shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't good enough.
I wasn't good enough.
But that's all right, though.
Yeah, it sounded, kicked me head in. And that's what I said to Alex.
You do get a thing for trying. Like,
Yeah.
at least you give it a go. I didn't try.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
But it's the story that has to come with it. No, there's no story. We turned up, we fell short, failed. See you later.
yeah.
Is it on next year? Yeah. See how I feel.
Yeah, see how I feel.
See how I feel.
One thing's for sure, Manuel won't be getting a call. You know what I mean?
No, he's out.
No.
And it wasn't his fault. We didn't prepare enough. But when you've got no chemistry with the person who's going to be with you for 18 hours.
What was it that made you feel? Just too hot? Too hard? What was it?
We were just fucking shite on the day.
What, just knackered? No energy?
Just for whatever reason.
Was it a psychological thing or a physically thing? It's a physical.
For me, I just fucking hated him.
Right, that literally it.
And I was just like, am I going to spend 18 hours with this cunt? I don't think so. And does he want to spend 18 hours with me? No. And and then it was just ninja. And I just remember getting to like a certain point, only 15 Ks in, looking at me fancy garment thinking, fucking 15K? Oh, Christ.
And you were at the end then?
No, we still had loads to go, and I was thinking, maybe I have a stroke or something. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking,
fake injury.
What's the way I can get out with this? But I just turned around and said, it's fuck this. Like,
To be fair play, because a lot of people wouldn't have said anything and just stuck through it. But like,
my mind was like, there's a mint pizza shop in fucking that town. I was like, let's just take the L and go there, and like that's it. So that's the L I took this year. But I was just like, failed. Right, no worries. Oh, what happened, John? We failed, mate. Yeah, but there's no story, mate. There's not going to be no podcast about it. We failed. Ended it. All right. Fucking hell. On to the next thing.
Right.
Ownership in it.
Yeah.
It's when people can't own it. You see it all the time. They fail something, then there's a massive LinkedIn post. Oh, the bus was late, and my fucking nana phoned us at 3:15, and I didn't sleep well, and it's like, all of that's kind of irrelevant, really. Like, it's just one word.
And I like this attitude, though, John, because I've been an employer for a while, right? And, you know, this is true. Whether this offends somebody or not, I apologise. But the fact is, and I know it's true because I used to do it when I was an employee. When things go right, it's all you're doing. You're the one that needs the praise. If you succeed, you deserve the praise. But you'll find most of the time when somebody doesn't succeed, it's generally not their fault. It's generally, it was because of this, it was because of that, it was because of this. And you think, I used to do that. And like now, because I can see it from a bird's eye perspective, I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't. I've watched you for the past however many weeks, and you weren't putting the graft in.
Yeah,
that's why. Because you know what I mean. You having 2 hours for your lunch. You were fannying on. That's why you didn't put 100% in. That's why it could be you might have put 100% and still failed.
Yeah.
But I can definitely say you didn't. So that's probably why.
it comes down to, like, it's a priority. I've never been late for anything that was a mega priority
No.
in my life. I've never been late for a shag either.
I mean, no, it's funny that.
And, I say that to guys when I work with some fellas and they give us like, oh, what it was, mate. I'm like, I'll stop you there. How many shags you been late for? None. Priority.
to be fair, I'm either, you know, I'm either a queer or a rule to the thing because I'm late for everything. You know, the amount of them I've lost because I'm late. You know what I mean?
Fair. It's a fair.
People get really upset about that. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be there at 8, you turn up 8:45, ain't you? They're not as buzzing as you are.
Send us a drop pin.
Yeah, one of them. Class. No, but right, so it was Mike. That's where it started from.
Yeah, Mike definitely had like a huge impact on it because he was my first friend client where it was like, I know him, but I don't know him enough where this can be fucking shit and not on the point. So it was that, and then it built from there, and then Mike's got a huge network, so all of a sudden, Mike, who's this guy that you're working with? What's happening? How much is it? What's it look like? And then from him, another chap came.
So do you think some of the certainly some of the early success came off the back of working with Mike? Would you say?
Oh, 100%. Because as well, I didn't have a website, so you can't have a business if you don't have a website. Because what you are then is a joker. And if someone wants to, especially my audience, they want to go, well, who is this John Beamson? He hasn't got a website. All right, how do I find out any information? So Mike was like, John, this is the importance of a website. This is, blogs, SEO. So I was teaching him, but he was teaching me as well.
Right, okay.
About his world and the importance of good PR, good SEO, website, optimized on mobiles, no friction when it comes to payments. So I was learning all of that. And one of the big things he taught me, which is I'm a nightmare for it now, it's got to be in the calendar. There's no meeting if it's not in the calendar and it's confirmed. Right. Like people say, oh, let's have a meeting next Tuesday. Send us an invite. Yeah. You don't send me one, I won't be there because it wasn't confirmed. No. So like, oh, I'm here at this place. Did you send us an invite? Nah. Oh, I didn't know it was happening, did I? Like, and that's one of Mike's big things. It's in the diary. And like, I'll always say to someone, what's the agenda of the meeting? What we talking about? Like, there's nothing wrong with saying that, is there? Well, I'm quite interested in working with you. Great. Well, I'll bring some case studies and I'll bring some examples and I'll bring you the brochure. Yeah. So you've got what you need after this meeting to make your mind up. Yeah. But if I turn up and go, oh, have you got any testimonials? No, because I didn't know didn't know what we were talking about. Yeah, you didn't tell me. So it's nothing wrong to say to someone, what's the agenda of this meeting? I'd quite like to know how much it is to work with you. Brilliant. I'll fire you across the PDF now. Yeah. And then if that's too much for you, don't worry about next week's meeting. Yeah. I won't be offended. In fact, I'll be offended if you take it knowing you can't afford it. So just chin it off. It's a good thing. I've known Mike years as well. Yeah, he's always. I've always looked up to him for that side of it. We're in a similar industry doing similar things and stuff, but Mike's always been more primer and proper than me. He was always a diary man. Like if I ever say like, if me and Mike ever say let's do this, let's do that. He's a check his calendar guy. He's a check his diary guy. He's sharp. Yeah. Mine's all up here. That's probably why I'm a failure. Do you know what I mean? I'm only joking, but he is like he's on his P's and Q's. Yeah, 100%, big time. Absolutely, he's dialed in without a doubt. To be fair, it's a good thing to have being that organised. I think it sets the tone, and if you want a service from someone, the interview starts at the moment you first contact, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good. Impressions are everything, aren't there? And I suppose if somebody seems sharp as a whatever you want to call it, like that's the first one. Yeah. This guy's sharp, 100%. Like doing this, proper invites. Yeah, it is a good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sets it up right. And another thing with Mike, and again, I've adopted this, but the location has to match the meeting. What does that mean? So if I'm meeting a client for the first time, we're not going down Greg's. No. We're not getting a sausage roll and a takeaway coffee. No. Go somewhere nice. Right. Go, we go to Babbles a lot in Darlow because it's a lovely environment. Yeah, it is. And someone walks in and what's the first thing they say? Oh, it's lovely in here. Lovely in here. It's the right tone. Mm. And my rule is if I've asked you to a meeting, it's on me. Totally. The whole meeting's on me because I've asked you for your time. You're entertaining. I'm entertaining. I'm the host here. So whatever you want, that's on me. That's a part of the gig. But there's definitely been times when someone's like, oh, do you want to meet? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, do you want to meet in Flock? And I'm like, as nice as Flock is, what we saying here? Like, yeah. What with everybody else around us? Like, what sort of conversation is it?
Yeah, I like that. I've never thought of that before. The meeting has to match the agenda.
And I spend a lot of time in flocks, so Imran, don't get mad. But what I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to get a client on board for money, and it's a big client, treat them like how you would want to be treated yourself. So take them to Wynyard, Rockcliffe Hall, wherever it is. It's not you trying to show off. It's trying to say, look, this is important to me, this meeting, and this is why we're having it here.
Yeah.
Sort of like put yourself in their shoes
Yeah.
and like, what would they want?
What would
their
they want?
ideal meeting?
Because their first impression of you is, where did you go for your meeting? Oh, Sally's Buddies. All right.
A calf.
Yeah. And me Falua jumper stinks of bacon. Like, that's going to have to go in the wash now.
Yeah.
And it's these things that people don't realise that people do. Some people, like I'd be thinking, oh, right, not that important then.
To be fair, yeah, like now I'm looking back over my life, like like the meetings I remember were those really nice ones.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the shit ones. Yeah, they're the ones that stick in my head.
100%.
Clever that.
I had a guy recently, he's doing my Lone Survivor next year. He's in Leeds. And when I onboard people for Lone Survivor, I always go to them to onboard them in wherever their office is. And he was like, no, I want to come to Darlow. I want to go to Babbles. Because he'd seen
Really?
all like me in Babbles all the time, posting about Babbles, meetings in Babbles. And he came because he wanted to go to Babbles.
Huh.
Because he loved it. And he loved the food, and he loved, like, I was like, yeah, no, well, happy to do so, and I'll get the food and I'll get the drinks in. He's like, oh, brilliant, yeah, Babbles.
You should get onto Babble, see if there's a bit of going on.
We're getting there. yeah,
Working on it, working on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The deals are always happening, aren't
That'd
they?
be a nice little brand deal.
Yeah.
Haven't you just been somewhere with Mike?
Yeah, so we've just come back. I ran a leadership expedition to North Africa or to Morocco. Here it is here.
So what is this?
So, as we know, leadership and business is hard, and there's plenty of people offering leadership coaching online, Zoom, in co-working spaces, and it's got its place. But if you want to find out who you really are and what you're really about, let's get you cold, let's get you hungry, let's get you pissed off, let's get you in another country, another environment, different culture, and then say, now deliver.
Right, I get it.
Now deliver.
Right.
Let's have, like, just after this photo was taken, I'd said to Mike previously, you've got to give a 15-minute keynote speech on the power of having a great website. So he had to deliver that speech there, 15-minute keynote, which I recorded on a GoPro, which I will then edit and say, you do with that with what you want, Mike. But as a leader, you've got to be able to deliver keynotes. I've fucking got to tell you about this. That was fucking insane.
What is this?
I'll go into it, but you've got to be able to, like, I'm at Jessica Williams's conference, and I text her ops manager saying, anyone drops out tomorrow, I've got 20 minutes in my back pocket. Just give us a nod and I'll do a keynote.
Right, okay.
Because that's opportunity and that's what sales is all about.
100%.
So they're like, huh? I'm like, I'm not joking. If someone drops out and I'm in the room, I'll just go straight up and do it. Fucking hell. And that's what that's about. Oh, Mike, I know we're at 3,200 metres and we're hanging out our ass and we're at altitude. Any chance we can have this keynote on why we get a website? Yeah, no worries, mate.
Right.
Because you fucking got to be ready to go whenever that opportunity arises.
Yeah, 'cause like you said, okay, so put that in a world environment. Okay, let's imagine Mike's been in the gym. He's just done an hour on the treadmill, right? He's absolutely hooked. He hasn't had a shit yet.
Yeah.
Right? It's 8:30 in the morning. He's thinking, oh, God, I need to get home here. I've had enough. He walks out and he literally walks straight into someone and Mike, I wanted to, and you've got to be there.
Switched.
And if you've got that, like, sort of, repetition there already, bang, let's go.
Me and Mike both train in gyms where other business owners are.
Right.
So just because you're not ready doesn't mean that they're not ready. So if someone says to you, oh, Mike, I saw your post about thingy, I'm fucked, mate, I'll come back to you. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Might still happen, it might not. But if you can just switch it and go, yeah, brilliant, mate, let's have a look at the diary. What you after? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be ready. And this is all about staying ready. And I obviously, out of this country, different climate, different way of life, different way of doing things. And you're constantly just getting wound down every day. A day, you're a little bit more tired, a little bit more hungry, a little bit more all of these things just chip away.
What was the itinerary of this thing? What did you do?
Well, I had an itinerary, and then the Moroccans had an itinerary, and then the fucking world had an itinerary.
Right.
And then at one point, some of them like crossed and then went away. But the itinerary was land in Marrakesh, do like a team talk on Marrakesh, travel to that village is called Aland, which is like a remote village in the Atlas Mountains.
Right.
Settle into our accommodation. And then because of my military background, every day I made some on duty students. So what I would say is, you're in charge of this expedition today. So you need to make sure people are okay. There's no welfare issues. There's no health issues. People are eating. People are drinking. People are fucking happy. And then you report back to the group. And also you need to do this, and this. Oh, and by the way, you also need to do this. All I'm doing is I'm just loading the pressure up on you.
Right.
Because you've got a lot to think about. And then on the first day with Mike, we were coming down the mountain. And I was like, Mike, I can't be asked to lead us down here, mate. So you're going to have to do it. So he led us off the mountain. Because sometimes in life and business, someone who said, oh, you do that, won't do it.
True.
So you have to just go, well, it's not my skill set, but I'm going to have to do it.
Yeah.
To get it done. And he just, like everything he does, he just took it on himself and cracked on. And then we move out of that village to the refuges. Now, the refuges are rough. They're rough.
What's a refuge?
It's an old mountain hut that's been converted for Western tourists to sort of launch from to hit the bigger mountains.
What's in these huts? The toilet?
Disease.
Literally.
Anger, frustration.
Sorrow.
All
that.
People crying. And and like, I don't, there's no stars. Like, it's not anything. It's a point where you can launch from so you can hit the bigger mountains. Otherwise, you'd never be able to get them in a day. So,
right.
But the one that we stayed, you're all in one room. And it's just one big, it's like bunk beds, but it's just one big mattress.
Right, okay.
So everyone's just lying next to each other.
I think I've been one of them before, like in the Lake District.
Oh, these are worse than the Lake District.
Are
like,
they?
These are rough.
I know, I say this one, I remember, it was like you say, a great big long, it was a bunk bed, but it was a very long bunk bed. Like, so it was a big slab of wood, and then there was a big slab of wood.
Right.
But this one had like a living room.
Oh,
and had like a sink and a kitchen, like a stove. Do you know what I mean?
And they serve you they serve you food, and they've got like what they've got, but they're only designed for you to work from there and then launch to the mountains. But they're an experience, and like you're there. I got like 2 hours sleep, and then the next day we did a huge day where we were on the go for 19 hours. So you're now performing tired,
right?
And you have to stay on the ball, and you've got to stay switched on. And when you're working tired, it adds another level of like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that's the gig, innit?
Yeah.
That is the gig.
Yeah. How many days was this over then?
So it was over 6.5 days.
So you literally walked these mountains for 6.5 days?
Not all the time. There was times where we did a lot of NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, which is what I do. So I ask people certain questions, and it's a thought-provoking question to get under your skin. Sometimes it's to elicit like an honest response, and sometimes I'm just trying to fucking get you to flash.
Really? What would one of them questions be?
So it depends on like you, and what I do is with people, like with Mike and Ian, I know them really well, so I know their habits and I know what they're all about. So I'd study them, and I might say, "How come you always post the fucking highlights of your life and never the lowlights? You think that's a strength or weakness?" And then I just walk off, like just as an example. And then people, "Fucking Jordan, you take the piss off." And then you just leave it with them.
It's just a wind up.
Or you'd say, "Hey, I never see you doing much with your family." And it's designed for you, fucking bastard. but then you'll start thinking, do I do a lot with my family? He's got a fucking point there, you know.
Truth hurts.
Truth hurts. And with this one, I always start up and say, as the leader, if you're running anything, you have to set the fucking bar. So when we did this, I said, well, I'm going to go first because it's my expedition and you're here with me. So I'm going to tell you this. I chose not to see my dad over building my business. My dad died. Now I have to live with the decision that I'll never see him again because I chose to be selfish and build my business. When you start with that level of honesty anywhere, people go, well, that story I was going to tell about buying Snickers in the shop has to fucking go out the window.
Yeah.
Because that's heavy.
Yeah.
So the tone is already set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people are like,
Straight in with
straight
the big
away,
one.
like, well, fucking hell, that's an honest thing to say.
Yeah.
And then once you start adding all these other pressures to it, tears, I cried on it. It becomes an emotional thing. And I say to people, do not try and fucking hold back. If you feel you're going to cry, fucking cry your eyes out. No one here is going to judge you for it. I've got all the lad points in the world. I've fucking fought the Taliban twice. Like, if I get emotional and I think I need to have a cry here, I will. Don't fight the emotions. They're a powerful thing. So there was a lot of that, and then there was a lot of self-reflection. There was a lot of like challenging thoughts and, this has happened. Okay, but we are in Morocco, so let's, we're not in the town now. They do things very differently. And then on the Thursday, I do this thing called a cheeky right, where I'll tell you, the plan today, guys, is we're just going to walk down to the other village, which is a bit more touristy. They do pizzas and chips and chill out. We'll have a beer, relax. Tomorrow we're travelling back to Marrakesh. And I'll lull you into a false sense of like, oh, it's all over, blah, 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 chilled out. And then on that Thursday, we did the food, and I was like, so here's 500 dirham. You've got 2 hours. You've got to go around all the food places in the local village. We need enough food and veg to feed 8 people. Food's at 7 o'clock, lads. See you later. So they had to go to the market and buy lamb, veg, speak, barter, negotiate.
Right.
Remember, the Moroccans, their first language or their second language is French. It's a French colony. A lot of them don't speak English.
No.
So
It's one of them where they're not going to try either.
They're not gonna try.
They can't.
So you have to now negotiate with someone who doesn't speak your language. But I tell you what they do speak, money.
The international
The
language
international
of money.
language.
Yeah.
International
So
language.
Mike and Ian had to go and negotiate for enough meat, enough veg for 8 people, and go back to where we were staying and help the chef cook it and prepare it and serve it to us.
What happened to the pizza?
We had that. That was lunchtime.
That was lunchtime.
It was after that when everyone was like, oh, it's been brilliant today, chilled out.
Yeah, yeah,
Gonna
yeah.
go back to the... And all of a sudden,
right.
plans change, lads.
Task time.
Task
What's
time.
the reason behind the cheeky right? And obviously you were saying
Causes
about
chaos, mate. Just to cause absolute fucking chaos.
And as a CEO, when you come in,
Yeah.
let's say you've got an office, right? You're behind on target. It's
Yeah.
wage day tomorrow, and the lecky and the phone just gone off.
Yeah.
Like,
Cheeky right.
there's your chaos. So
Yeah.
now figure this out.
And I've done it with people where I've took them fucking bungee jumping. What we're doing here? Oh, bungee jumping. When? About 20 minutes. I've got a fear heights. Oh, sound. Anyway.
Yeah, you're not going to like this then.
Oh,
yeah.
have you? Oh, great. Anyway, like I do it a lot to people. Like I'll just throw in like a random thing. When we're doing this now. Yeah, doing it right now. I don't like sound anyway. Let's just get on with it. But when it's on you like that, it's too much to think about. So it's just done. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
So, but that's the cheeky right. The whole thing is designed to create chaos. But then you need to say, right, that was the plan. This is the plan. What do we need to do, Ian? Well, we need to get enough meat for 9 people. We need veggies. We need this. We need this. We need this. Go and execute it. Deliver it.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Do you think there's well, I think I know the answer. Like there's definitely parts of your army life and training in this, isn't there?
All of it.
All of it.
A lot of it, yeah, because it happened to us all the time.
Yeah.
Like, the cheeky right came from a time when I was in Afghanistan and I was waiting to fly out of a forward operating base. And I'd been there, I was only supposed to be there like 2 weeks, and I'd been there fucking 5 weeks, and then managed to get a helicopter that was flying past to drop down and pick me up.
Yeah.
But no one told the Taliban that I really wanted to go home.
Right.
And then the Taliban attacked the helicopter, and the helicopter didn't land and fucked off, and ended up staying there for like another 9 weeks. And I was like, fucking devastating, man.
And you literally thought you were going.
Yeah, I thought I was gone. So that was the Taliban giving me a cheeky ride.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought I was going home. Unfortunately, John, survey says, no, you're staying here.
You're staying here, mate.
And
yeah.
I was like, managing disappointment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And that, I guess, is building resilience and building like layers to you.
Because I still had to go back on patrol. I still had to stag on the sangers. You couldn't just down your tools and say, I can't believe it, I'm doing now, because you'd be dead. So you had to just go, right, that's not happening then. So I'm back to what I was doing. And that's you can throw your toys out the pram. It won't get you anywhere. It won't.
No.
It still needs doing.
Yeah.
And like I've done things with people where they have thrown the toys out the pram, and it's like, well, that's just a reaction, but that's being paid for, and it still needs doing. But I always say to people, do you want me to do it with you? Because I wouldn't ask someone to do something I wouldn't do myself. Oh yeah, but no, there's no buts. I've got things that I don't like, but I'll do them. So if you want me to do it with you, I'll do it with you. No problem. Because then once you show that level of willingness to do it with them, where's the argument?
Yeah.
I'll come with you and do it if you want.
Yeah.
Like, I'll show you, I'll go first. Whatever you want, I'll do.
And in a way, though, like if they are, because obviously a lot of CEOs, as a rule, not all, but like a majority of CEOs will be like quite like ego. You need an element of it. But then I'm just thinking, put myself in that position there. Like my worst fear in the world is heights.
Yeah.
And as you were saying it, I was literally thinking to myself, if he like, I'd like with the greatest of respect, like I'm really sorry, like I'm really sorry, mate, but I'm not doing it. Do you know, like?
Yeah.
But then I thought if he'd have said to me that, my ego would have come up and thought, "What do you mean? I'm not a minge.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't need you to hold me hand.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'd then be like, no, like, because you get that voice in your head saying, "You look like a minge." You know? Yeah. So I like that.
I've said to people before when we've done heights, what you have to do with heights is you have to remove the fear element. So I would say to someone, let's say abseiling, right? I would say to you, right, this is Phil. He's an outdoor instructor and his skill set is rock climbing and abseiling. To have those qualifications, you need to sit serious tests and exams, and you have to be retested a lot. So can we just say that Phil is competent at what he does? Can we agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes. Right. So we've got a competent, skilled person running something. Yes. Right. The equipment, the harnesses, the ropes, the clips, all have to be tested, all have to be signed off all the time. So can we just agree that the equipment is safe? Yes. Right. So there's two things that are safe. So what's the problem here?
Where's the fear now?
So where's the
Yeah.
fear now?
Because the only two fears you could have is
Yeah.
he doesn't know what he's doing,
Yeah, he doesn't know
or
what he's
this
doing.
equipment's dodgy.
So we take away those two elements and you go, right, okay. And then sometimes if I say to people, do you want me to go first and show you? Yeah, go on then. Then I'll do it. And then I'll get to the point. The worst thing on an abseil is when you go back. That tip of that
Yeah.
lean and back motion.
Because your whole thing in your head is
I'm
like,
going to fall. And then I'll say, Phil, tie us off. And then he'll tie it off and I'll let go and go, where am I going here? I haven't got hold of anything and I'm not falling.
no.
He's in control. All right. It's okay to be scared. I'm scared. But that's business. Lean back, lean into it. Take on the challenge.
Have you ever heard that thing before? I think it's Dr. Huberman. You know that guy? He's like, he's like, I think it's Stanford. He
Right.
does the Huberman podcast.
Right.
He is like legit. He's got the credentials. Like he is like a real high university
Mint.
lecturer thing, right? And like he does a bit. He's like a brain and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And he talks about fear. And the more you do stuff like that, there's a piece in your brain that as you're doing more and more and more of it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And like your threshold for that becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
I've run out of things that scare me.
You must have a massive piece of that brain.
Like, I wish it was the same as my willy, but
I know, yeah. There's
it
shit with that, isn't it?
It doesn't work like that. But like,
You can't scare that bigger.
caving. I mean, the craziest thing I think I do is I do attack dogs. So I've got a friend of mine who owns a security business, and he has attack dogs, Belgian Malinois.
Yeah, I've seen them.
So
Nasty little bastards.
So I've put, and I've done it myself, business owners in a bite suit.
Oh my God.
And sent the dogs at you.
That seems like such a bad idea.
So with that,
Oh my God.
that's that's definitely on the Instagram somewhere, 100%. So with that, right?
You can't do that, mate.
You can.
Dogs on people.
You can. I've done it twice and myself. It might be on here. It might be on here.
Oh my God.
And I'll tell you why I do it. Because it's the only way you can simulate conflict. And understanding how you're going to act in conflict. So the dog doesn't dislike you. It dislikes the suit. So if you're, here we go.
I don't know, John. That dog seems like he really...
Watch this. I'm giving it the big licks there.
Comfortable is a part of business, and doing the things that you don't want to
ultimately, that's where the magic is. And it's all about being uncomfortable, and it's all about moving towards discomfort. This is possibly one of the most uncomfortable things you can do. I'm about to be attacked by a dog. However, great learning. Send it.
Oh,
And then if you go, I think it's the other one. This one, yeah. This is the one. So, the dog feeds off my energy. If I lose control in this environment, the dog will feed into it. So if I can relax and bring my heart rate down and think, then look at the dog's reaction to me. We're all coming down together. Because if you writhe,
which is what a criminal or a bad person would do.
because you're in agony, because you haven't got a bite suit on. But the way I view the dog, and when I use it with people, I say that dog will feed off you. So if you react really badly, where's me fucking money? Fuck your fucking money. Like, we're up.
We're up.
Now it's fight time.
Yeah.
If someone comes at you like that, just take a moment in the T's and C's. Your tonality's matched. And you need to be able to bring people back down to a conversational state. So with that dog, I'm not giving that dog what it wants, because it wants me to drive it around and go mental and it wants that. But me just being calm, it's like, oh, he's boring as fuck, this kid.
Is that what it is?
So it just holds on to you.
Right.
So the intensity of the bite stops. So it keeps onto you, but there's no intensity.
No.
Because it's like, well, he's given up, so I don't need to match this. So, and again, I get people, I'll say, give us a fucking elevator pitch on your business. Hi, my name's Tony, I own a property. Like, if you can do it there, you can do it anywhere.
You know what I noticed about this little video here? Your hands.
Oh, it doesn't bite your hands.
What, did it tell you it wouldn't? Like?
I wouldn't test it.
So
mate.
know, yeah.
it comes down to trust. So again, the guy who owns the dog, this whole thing is about trust. And I say to him, what about my hands? And he goes, doesn't go for your hands. Won't go for your face either. It's been taught from day one. Arms, fleshy part of the legs.
Right, okay.
So is there a chance that it's a living thing? Is there a chance that it nicks you? 100%. But I'm trusting the guy who's trained it, who's telling me, the expert, John, keep your arm out, do as you're told, it'll go for this.
Right. And you actually had some clients come
I've
and do
took
this?
2 people to it.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
and when you do that, I will only take you on this if I've worked with you for a long time and I know and I trust you and you trust me impeccably, because that exercise is all about trust. If you took anybody unqualified on that, problem.
Yeah, that's different to going up a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But he won't mind me mentioning this. I worked with a chap on this called Richie. He owns a property business. And what was dead interesting, he was terrified, rightly so. On the first time, what we do is we get you to walk towards the dog and let the dog bite you. So you're in control about when you get bitten.
right, okay.
So the dog's tied up on a chain and you walk towards it. And when you're ready to commit, the dog will bite you.
So you put your arm out to
You
the dog.
put the dog, yeah.
Okay.
Now, what was dead interesting was he was scared. So when he was doing that, the dog was getting like, fucking hell. So the dog's, it was ready to go. Like, and when it finally got hold of him, it knocked him.
Did it?
Because it was almost like he'd wound the dog up.
Right.
And I was like, I had a bite arm on and I said, Richie, move out of the way, watch this. And I went and did the same thing and the intensity wasn't there.
Right, okay.
And I was like, would you agree that's the same dog? Yeah. Right. What's the difference here? He was like, you just committed to it straight away. And I said, exactly.
Because it's almost like he's teasing the dog by
Because he's
putting his
teasing
arm
the
in and
dog
out.
because the dog just wants to bite that suit.
Yeah.
But you're not letting it do that. So like, and I said to him, he owns a property business. I said, so let's flip this. Let's exciting this. Let's flip this. I'm a tenant. My boiler's broken. You said you'd be round at 12. 12 no show. 12:15 no show.
I'm on my way,
12.
I'm on my way.
And I'm getting fucking vexed. And by the time you turn up, the door's flung up and you fucking said, my fucking bed. I said, that's no different.
No, it is. It's a, yeah. It's
It's a
same concept.
It's the same concept. I was like, that's why I use the dogs, but you can only use them. Like, I have to take you on a few of the resilience days first to really understand how you're going to react. There's no way if anyone came to me and said, oh, I'd love to do them attack dogs. I'd be like, not a fucking chance.
No, not yet. No. So the Morocco thing, did you actually? That was not a fail. That was a success.
That was a major success because, for one, I've ran an international leadership expedition.
Was that the first international?
Yeah, first international one, and I'm going to run it.
Mate.
I'm going to run it next year.
Same one.
There's a few things I didn't like, which I'll change. Which is natural, innit? When you first run anything for the first time, there's always going to be things you don't like. But overall, as a concept, it massively delivered. Massively delivered on big things as well. In regards to my own personal development, the two guys, like 4 people had paid, 2 people come. That's life, that's business, innit? Not everyone sees everything through to the end.
No.
And in a way, one of the people who come, I'm glad that she backed out and she dropped out because she was a vegan.
They don't know what that is.
You can't.
No. I mean, there's no plants.
They just can't cope for you. Like one of the guys with us, Pete, he's a vegetarian. And like, it was a struggle. Like being a vegetarian was a struggle. So example, they'd come out and go, oh, here's the food, here's the tagine, lamb, veg on top. And I'd be like, where's Pete's food? And he'd go,
On top.
And I'd be like, oh, no, it needs to be separate. And like, so moving forward now, when I qualify people for this event, I'll have to say, if you're vegan, we need to have a conversation about what you're willing to eat and what you're not willing to eat.
I mean, they could just say, well, for these 6 days, it's survival.
Yeah, it's
So
survival, and I'm going to crack on and I'm going to do it. But all the vegans who I know, fucking bore the tits out your life. And and they won't eat anything, will they? So, I'd have to be strong with it. I'd be like, what sort of vegan are you? Like, I understand your own choices in food, but they cannot cater for it where we're going to go.
I don't imagine there's many vegans in Morocco. No. Like, that don't come across to me as vegan people.
It's a hard lifestyle. Like, our lass, she's vegetarian. And, like...
My mum is, yeah.
Like, some of the stuff, it's like, it doesn't even look enjoyable. And it just looks like they're eating the same stuff over and over again.
Like... There's goats being hung up in the street, being just recently slaughtered, and you're like, I mean, I'm okay with it, like meat eater, but like I know for a fact some people would have an absolute meltdown on it. So at the time when she dropped out, I was like, oh, gutted. But actually, when I ran it, I thought, it's a bit of a saviour because we had a real problem trying to feed her. Like, you can't eat Pringles all week, can you? Do you know what I mean?
I'm not even sure what vegan... What is it again? Vegans don't eat meat, but they're not allowed to eat any product that comes from an animal.
So like eggs and stuff, milk.
So no dairy?
No dairy.
No.
So just all they're allowed is vegetables, legumes. Can they have nuts and stuff like that?
I don't
know the specifics.
I'd have to specifically like look into it, but...
Can you bring your own food on your expedition?
Yeah, like I brought loads of Cliff Bars and I took Pringles and that. But again, I'm not eating... A Cliff Bar is 500 calories a Cliff Bar. I'm not eating for enjoyment. I'm eating for fuel.
But you know what I was thinking? For the vegans, let's say, for example, the vegan did come with it. Like, you know, as a military man, I bet you now in 2025, the military have that like food they make, that vegan stuff.
The problem is, right, the kitchen where it's prepared, the cross-contamination. Do you know what I mean?
Like, if it's that serious, then yeah.
No. I went like that's. There's no one using the blue knife for the fish.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
There isn't separate bowls.
No, it's all in.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yes, you could bring like your own vegan food, like
Monster Munch.
But where's it prepared? It's prepared in the kitchen, where it's cross contamination all over, and that's how it is. And do you know what? I don't want it to change because that's what makes that trip difficult.
Yes.
That you are on a calorie deficit, that yes, it's tagine for the fucking 5th night in a row, and you fucking eat it.
Yeah, because if you don't...
Got any chips, mate?
No,
Never heard of them.
No, chips, mate. Do you ever think of any of these, right? You know, obviously, I mean, I know you will have. This is your first international, like, thing.
Yeah.
Have you got anything, like, spinning around in your head thinking, like, and you will, other international things you could do, but they seem a bit too much? Yeah,
so I've got a product called Lone Survivor, and I would love to run it in the jungle, but I feel like if I did run it in the jungle, I'd be on a manslaughter charge. So I'm always a bit like, oh, might just have to hold that one off, because as well, I don't want to
kill anyone.
I don't want to kill anyone, but it's the worry as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the trust, like running these sort of trips. Like, so on this trip, a chap dislocated his knee, and he had to be carried from the summit back down to the refuge, and then he had to get on a donkey from the refuge back to the nearest village, and then he had to get a taxi from the village back to Marrakesh with a dislocated knee.
What a chew.
There is no mountain rescue in Morocco.
No.
The only mountain rescue is self-rescue, and the porters who you've got will help you. But we don't have like what we have here. So there's levels of like, holy shit, if it goes wrong here, it's going to take some fixing, eh? So in regards to changing, definitely I'll change it next year, because I think Mike and Ian are a world-class mindset, pushing forward, all of that. Next year, I might not take people as robust as them.
No.
And then you have to deal with it there. And you're like, oh, there wasn't enough money in the world for this. Like,
I mean, yeah, the nature of this, if what you want to happen happens and you get more and more and more successful and more and more people, yeah, eventually, you're going to get some, 62-year-old woman who wants to come in.
And this is why you've got to have the pre-qualifying properly. And this is why you've got to just say, brilliant, you're interested. We're going to have a half an hour Zoom, or I'm going to tell you exactly how it's going to be. And before anyone pays anyone, you need to know what you're letting yourself in for. And I need you to sign this to say, I'm fully understood. Because we've all had this, haven't we? Everyone's like, oh, yeah, mate, class, T's and C's, oh, yeah. And then afterwards, oh, I just fancy a refund. Like, and now I'll sit down with your front end and say, this is how it's going to be. It won't go to plan. There will be friction. There will be this. There will be that.
You will hate me.
You will hate me. You will hate yourself. You will have clashes with people. You might not be on a thing with people who you like. There's nowhere to go because we're all living on top of each other. But ultimately, if you can get through all of that, it will make you better.
Yeah.
It will put calluses on the mind, to quote Goggins. Do you know what I mean? It will just make you a little bit, I've got a bit more about me than I thought. Because the leadership stuff in classrooms has its place. But if I hear one more person in a suit tell me about discomfort, I'm just going to walk out. Because you're full of shite.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done couch to 5K. Oh, did you see my nana on it? Like, owie, man. Like, there's stuff we can do, and everyone's discomfort is different. I totally accept that, but the amount of people giving it the big spans about.
Do you know what I think? There could be an element of, I'm just like relating to things in my head. Like, I feel, the whole like classroom thing. Hearing all that good stuff in there, I feel like that could give you motivation.
Start.
Right. But I feel like what you're doing is going to give you discipline.
Yeah, no.
And they're different.
And they're
One's an emotion and one's not an emotion.
No. It's about, you have to, if you're not resilient in business or in senior leadership roles, it just won't be for you.
No.
The first time someone doesn't pay an invoice, or the first time you get a bad review, or someone slags you off, you will just go nuclear, or you'll blame everybody else, or and it just won't. He's nicked my idea, and I can't believe it, and they've done that. My JV partner, and
yeah,
it's the gig, innit?
It's the gig, innit? Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's the gig.
It's a gig,
and
if you don't like it, the exits are here, here, and here.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Or they're at Gatwick Terminal 1 when you haven't paid your HMRC bill and you do a bunk.
Yeah, that's the one, like, yeah.
One thing I did want to ask, just for our viewers, what is the lone survivor?
Lone survivor is for people who are sitting at a high level and want to be tested. Basically, I drop you off in the middle of nowhere and you don't know where you're starting and you don't know where you're finishing until the day when I tell you. And the start and the finish are a long way from each other. And we take no phones, no money. We strip it all the way back, and it's just all on you. Every decision that you make is your decision. There's no phone a friend. There's no just get on Google. There's none of that. It's your decisions.
Question: in that lone survivor thing, right? Okay, yeah. Because I've just my brain's just done a quick calculation there. I'm in decent nick. I'm only 40, and I'm thinking, it'd be horrible, but I bet I could do it. But there's one bit in it. My brain just calculated the whole thing. There's one bit I don't know, right? So you've dropped me, right? I know in my head it's about 30 mile.
Yeah,
I know I've got
50,
to walk.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I've got a map, I've got a compass, right? Well, there's only one question I need to know, or the answer, to do it, which is, what direction am I walking in?
Well,
because I don't know which way. Because I'm stood there in a field going...
So again, there's a comprehensive training package involved in it.
Right.
So you, depending on your time, financially, where you want to come in at, there's a guy who works for me called Danny. He's a former Royal Marine. He's a beast. and he trains everyone. So we've got a training program. So you'll spend a lot of time with Danny, and he'll take you from not being able to read a map to being an absolute wizard. And not only that, he'll imprint his Royal Marine mindset and way of doing things into you. So by the time it comes to do it, you won't be overwhelmed. You'll be on the ball. I'm a bit of a dickhead on it when it comes to the main event because that's my role. I'm there to create a tiny bit of chaos. So we train you. You're all in. There's all the YouTube stuff. There's all that sort of jazz. Danny's on the ball. We train you. And then when it's time to come to go, I get reports from Danny saying, this person is this person is that. I recommend this, I recommend that. And then I have to send Danny a concept of the route where I think, hey, Danny, I'm thinking about this. You've spent all the time with him. What do you reckon? Bang on, mate. Great route. Let's do that. Or, bit too much elevation.
Right.
X, Y, and Z. So it's always tailored to the individual. But ultimately, pass and fail, that's all Lone Survivor is. Did you get to the end? Yes. Did you not get to the end? No. And whatever happens in your Lone Survivor, that's for you to... I'm not attached to the outcome of you passing or failing.
No.
I'm just there to run the event that you paid for, which I put on. And when you finish, we do this thing where basically if you pass, I just say to you, stand up, sit down, pass. Stand up, sit down, fail. Same emotion. It doesn't matter if you pass or fail. It's the same emotion. And then you have to just go in and review your own. How did you get on?
How long would a typical, on average, like, let's say, this Lone Survivor, how long, or what's the distance that somebody would have to go?
It's no more than 50 Ks-ish. So it might be like 52, 49, depending on the terrain, depending on a few other things. But
It's on foot?
Yeah, it's all on foot, yeah.
So how far is 50k from here, from Darlington? It's from...
About 30, 29. I always work in Ks, but I want to put together one. It's about 30 mile.
About 30 mile. What's 30 mile away from Darlington? Newcastle,
aye.
That's a queer old trek, that, like.
Yeah, I give them 15 hours.
Is that possible? Do you have to?
Loads of people. Like I've had loads of people come. Well, I'll say loads of people. People have completed in that time frame.
Do they have to? Is there any running, or could you do it walking?
You can do roly polies if you want. I don't care how you get to the end. Like it's up to you.
But that's the
that's
the deal.
The distance. Yeah, run, walk. Yeah, about that. Yeah, it's a bit further, isn't it? Oh, 37. No, it's not quite as far, but it's
still
it's decent.
Still, yeah, it's still a hell of a trek though.
Yeah.
In 15 hours.
15 hours, yeah.
Huh. I feel like you'd have to run.
So
You have to get a wiggle on. But
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
but again, what's the difference when you're working to a deadline for a customer or a client?
That's the whole
to be
idea.
fair, when you narrow it down, it's 2 mile an hour.
Right.
Which isn't too bad when you think about it, but then obviously the further you go into it and the more it's like, just make it stop. Like, I want to give up.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be many stops. Like,
No, it's
know.
it's all about that sort of mental adversity.
And it's
isn't
about
it?
it's about planning it. It's about before you set off, right, what's the plan? How am I doing this? Spend 10, 15 minutes on your own going, right, I'm going here, and then I'm going to go there, and then this. And when it's good and it's flat, or I'm on an old railway line and I can do a little bit of running, I'll run a little bit. And when it gets a bit more spicy, I'll knock it down a little bit. And that's no different in business. When things are going well, you blast through tasks, don't you? When it's not going well, things seem to take a little bit longer. But it's persevering. And the next chap who's on it is Stu Davies, and he's doing Lone Survivor Winter. So I split it into 3 things: Lone Survivor Summer, Lone Survivor Winter, and Lone Survivor Scotland. All of them present their own unique problems. Winter obviously presents winter.
Yes.
and the shorter days and the chance of the weather being absolutely pea soup. But he's on his training now and he's embraced it. He's out all the time on his own, doing the night navigation stuff. He's out walking all the time. He's going to do really well, but he's going to get a tough gig.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's training for it. Because I'm watching him. He's training for a tough gig. I can't give you an easy gig if you've trained for a tough gig.
No.
I've got to match what you've given me. And if I've seen you've been out all the time and you're working hard and Danny's feeding back saying, yeah, he's getting it, he's a beast, right? No worries. Well, I'll give you something that matches that then. So Stu, when you listen, mate, you're getting a tough gig in January.
Oh, Stu's having a nightmare.
Stu's going to go to war.
And in the winter.
And in the winter, he'll love it, big cigar. But I kind of want I want people to turn up like eyeball me. Do you know what I mean? Like try and put me under a bit of pressure at times the fucking event starting, dickhead. Like
You want some of that, do you?
yeah, of course. I love it. Like give it back a bit, like because that's how I'd be. That's how I'd be.
Imagine you set one right,
I'd love
and
it.
someone turned up that energy, turned up
I'd
saying
love
like,
it, mate.
boy, like, come on, mate, like looking at you like, mate,
I'd love it.
literally just sets off, runs backwards.
Yeah,
you know what I
I'd
mean?
love it. I'd laugh. I'd love it. I'd be like, mint.
Some boy.
Because I've gone to races before, like events, and just fucking give it to the organizer.
Oh,
yeah, just give it to the organizer. I did an ultra a few years ago in the Lake District, and the day that we did it, it was raining, like hammering it down in the Lake District, raining, and everyone was in the hut waiting for the race to start. And I just went and stood on the start line on my own for 15 minutes in the rain, and I was just like, there'll be people on this race who are fitter than me, but there'll be people who I end up in a race with who haven't got it up here like I've got it up here. And they'll be remembering when we're fucking 8-9 hours deep into this. That's that lad who stood on the start line.
That's that lunatic.
I don't want it.
No.
I don't want it.
No,
And like,
no. He's registered than me.
psychologically, you can get inside people's heads.
Totally.
And all of a sudden, they're just not about the life. There's a great event I do every year called the Sabre 9. And that's really funny because it's all ex-military people, but everyone's kind of on the same wavelength. So when you turn up and that's someone we haven't seen for a year, you'll go, fucking hell, you had a good Christmas, didn't you?
Oh, it's torturing each other.
Each other. Have you been doing much training? Oh, here it is. Yeah. It's absolutely brutal. Have you done much training?
What goes on in this then? The Sabre 9?
So the guys who run it are ex-SES, and they've turned one of the tests that they used to do into a challenge, and it's really tough. Like, it is a tough gig. And then you get like all the ex-session heads who turn up and that want to carry ridiculous weight, and it's brutal. Like, yeah, it's a good race. I enjoy it.
Like an ultra race, is it?
It's not ultra distance, but it's tasty. 24 Ks, 2,000 meters of elevation on it.
And what are you carrying?
I don't carry anything because I'm happy with the size of my penis.
Yeah.
But but some people want to carry fridges and, you know what I mean, blow the kneecaps out and that. I'm not really into that. I just wear my running vest now.
Yeah.
What you carrying, mate? Nothing, mate. Just my water bottle and a bit of food. I did do Afghan though, mate.
Yeah.
Did you? Right. Yeah. I just like the enjoyment now, really, mate.
I've got my certificate.
Yeah, I've got my medals, mate. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a tough gig. It takes place in the Howgill Fells, which is pretty ninja.
Just like every like word you're saying, like fells and weights and SASs, it's just all just filling me with terror.
Yeah,
it
is a tough gig, like, and then
it's literally a word. Like whenever you hear that, like, okay, you take me to an event, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, I know it's going to be hard, but like my brain can like half wrap my head around. Okay, you could. I'm amongst normal people.
Yeah,
I'm amongst people. Like, I'm not the weakest in the bunch. Like, this is possible. But when you take me somewhere and you're like, oh, it's the SAS, I'm just like, oh, like, mate, man.
These chaps here, right? Like, well, this year I did it with somebody else. So I just went at their pace and we just got round it. But the year before, I really went for it. And, like, this guy, he's ex-forces, special forces, right?
Right.
And I like to give it to people on races, and I was doing, like, really well. And there's a notorious Randy Gill knot. There's a notoriously tough climb, and there's a DS staff checkpoint at the top, and everyone always goes over the top. Oh, it was really hard. Oh, and I went over the top, and I have a cigar. I always smoke a cigar, and I went over the top, and I got the cigar out, and I went, "What time's that fucking hill starting like?" And they hated it, mate. They absolutely hated it because I just give it to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, phew. I've had harder days out with my nana down Morrison's than this.
Really, it's getting in people's heads.
Yeah, but really, I was hanging out my ass. But it's that thing, innit? Like, what you say you are, you are. If you tell everyone you're hanging out and you're fucked, guess what you are?
Yeah.
If you start saying to everyone, I'm a beast, or I'm going to smash this, or I'm in a good mindset, I'm going to calm myself. You know,
and probably some of you as well.
And all anyone's ever doing is like, it's funny because you'll hear people shouting, who's going to carry the boats? Do you know what I mean? Because everyone's off it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, someone's going to war. Do you know what I mean? Someone's having a nightmare. But now, things like that are a good test of character.
Oh, yeah. Do you know, next thing I want to ask you about, this isn't Lone Survivor, this is just something you do, right?
This is just something I do for a cracking, mate.
Yeah, just for the crack. That's what we're dealing with, you know what I mean? What I want to ask you about is, Kieran sent this to me. Is this true? There's a documentary coming out.
Oh, it's not only true, but it's very true, and it's when we at 6th of November it comes out is the premiere, and then it goes on to Amazon Prime.
Okay, tell me how did this come about?
So the guy who made it, Paul Suggett, has known of me and watched my journey on LinkedIn. I hate the word journey, but seeing what I'm all about, we resonated. We met in Flock, naturally got talking to him. He just loves what I was all about, and he seen me do a few keynote speaks and that, and a few other bits and pieces. And then he approached me last October, maybe it's earlier than that, and just said, I want to make a documentary about you. And I was like, oh, fucking mint, Paul, I'm in. And then he was like, but then we had to talk about the concept, and I was like, right, interesting. It needs to be metaphorical then. And that's when I said to him, I've got it, Paul. I always take my clients on the Yorkshire Free Peaks as one of their first, like, welcome to hell moments. So I've used it a lot, so it's synonymous with me. And I've also done the Yorkshire Free Peaks. I've double lapped it, which means I've gone around it twice in one bat. And then I've also done it 7 days in a row. So I've got this like thing with the Yorkshire Free Peaks. All my clients go, I've suffered my ass off on it. It's got a real, oh, fucking hell, that sort of vibe. It's like an ex-girlfriend who you don't like, but every time you see her, you got to go, all right, how you doing, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, really, you don't want to, but you have to.
Yeah.
And then the pots means caves. Caving.
Oh,
so
that sounds horrible.
under the Yorkshire Three Peaks is cave systems. So I said to Paul, if we did the Yorkshire Three Peaks, that's going over summits. That's the good times in business. Getting over summits, big views, everyone's a winner, things are going well.
Yeah.
And then when we go in the caves, that's like when it's not going well and it's slow and it's cold and it's damp and everything feels like it's taking ages and you're never going to get to the end and you're stuck. And then all of a sudden you come out and you're like, oh, look, more opportunity, I've made it. So we did the Yorkshire Three Peaks, cave, summit, cave, summit, cave, summit. So I combined them all together, and then I got people to help me on the mountains and people to help me under the caves to film it all. And then Paul went around with his camera and caught lots of footage. And then he's gone to people who I've worked with and he's spoke to them and said, what did you get from work with John? And then he's got Lone Survivor stuff in there. And then he's just created like 90 minutes of absolute magic.
Really?
And there's some of the offtakes are class.
So what the premise of this documentary is it your life story or is it what is it?
It's showcasing the challenge, but then it's looking at people I've worked with and what they've got from it and how they've moved forward. No one wants to sit through like, oh, there's John when he was a kid. Like that's
no
shite. But this is all about digging in, pushing forward, doing hard things and becoming a better person and a better leader afterwards.
I get it. Right. Okay. So it's showing like the progression and the how it. Yeah. Right. Okay.
And the Yorkshire Three Peaks, lots of people have heard of it. So therefore, I've heard of the Yorkshire Three Peaks. So it ties into like, oh, brilliant. And then like, this is all the sort of footage and the stills and that.
Hey, it looks decent, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be class.
It's not shot on no mobile phone. This is
No. Paul's a legitimate filmmaker and he's made some big documentaries. And then from this, opportunity comes, and then when people say, well, what do you know? I'll say, well, I've seen Amazon Prime documentary, you're mad at what you're talking about.
Yeah. Haven't you seen it?
Have you not seen it?
Famous, you know.
Yeah, semi-famous. So the documentary's on the 6th of November, and I was saying before, in like July, I went, do you know, it'd be a dead mint idea. I'll walk from the fucking, here it is, I'll walk from where we finished the documentary back to the Stockton Arc, which was 105 mile away. And now that I'm like 2 weeks away from doing that, I'm like, oh, that was a good idea.
I said that.
I've seen myself right off here.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it is what I'm all about. And ultimately, it'll just get fucking smashed. Simple as that. It'll be horrid. It'll be tough. But I'll be like, outcome driven. Think, John, what's the outcome going to be? We can suffer our tits off for 3 days. And then LinkedIn, my VA is going to be all over it, posting. It's going to look great. Altberg have sponsored me, give me a set of good boolers, good set of boots to do it in. Very kind of them.
Altberg are an outdoor store.
They are like one of the most prestigious boots you can buy.
Really?
They supply the armies around the world. They're top British business. They're a good bunch. Like,
I'll write that down. Altberg. I'm into that. I've got a dog, haven't I?
I get walking that, yeah. So they're great. And then and then I'll wear their boots all the way to the finish, and then
I feel like you might benefit. You're like, I feel like you sometimes say stuff and like you say, I'm going to do that, and then like you say this situation where you're like, oh fuck, I have to do that.
Yeah.
Like you might benefit from that like 5-second rule.
pause,
you know, where you're like,
tactical pause.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
before you commit. But no, I'm because that week I was saying I'm going to be no good because all I'll be thinking about is the Premier. So what would I do in my business that week? Nothing, because I'll be like, I won't be able to think about sales or ringing this person or doing this because all I'll be thinking of is
Sergio tracksuits.
What am I going to wear? I need to have that sorted, and I need to just go, right, what we're doing this week is we're proving to everyone I am the fucking Ron Seal, man. I do exactly what it says on the tin. And that, no matter what you do in your trade, in your life, in your business, just be the Ron Seal man or woman. Because then no one can question you, can they? So when I turn up at the Premier with a big cigar lit, how have you got here? Fucking walked. How'd you get here? I've been in the car. Don't speak to me.
It is fitting, isn't it? You got to walk.
Yeah, it's gonna be shit. But I'll do a few videos lying that saying, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my mental health's brilliant as I'm piss wet through and it's -10. and I've got chafage all up my nuts and that. Oh, my mental health's mint.
yeah, it's true.
I don't understand. I do understand in some respect, but I feel with all of that, people always say to me, must be mint for your mental health. I want, what, getting like hypothermia? Oh, yeah, it's class.
Nearly lost me fingers 4 times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's mint having 7K to go when you're fucking battered. Yeah, it's right up there with my mental health.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it might be pushing you the other way. Do you know what I mean? Constant hardness all the time.
So yeah, I'm starting on the Monday morning, and then I'm going to be back in Stockton for Thursday at 11 o'clock. So
Right.
I've worked it out. I know where I need to be. Day 2 is fucking horrific.
Can you
Day
talk
2
us through day 2?
Yeah, day two will make or break us.
What is day 2?
I've got to walk from the Tan Hill Inn, which is the highest pub in, I want to say, definitely in England. I've got to get all the way back to Darlow, which is like 70 odd K.
Oh, mate.
Take you an hour and a half in a car.
I know, yeah.
So
Tan Hill Inn.
Yeah.
Everybody's Sunday run out when they were a kid.
yeah, everyone's, so that's, yeah.
Oh, mate.
I know day 2 is absolutely.
You know it's foul when you're having to zoom
Oh,
out.
you're zooming out on Google. It's absolutely brutal. Yeah.
Have you ever done this before? That distance?
Yeah, I've done the distance before, yeah.
Right.
I didn't enjoy it then either.
No.
but at least I get to go down God's bridge. Yeah, look, it comes back to how badly do you want it, and I want it really badly, and if this is what it's going to take to get it there, then that's all it's going to take.
And that's a good answer. That if you want it that badly, you'll do it.
Because when I turn up and people are like, he's fucking walked. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's only 34, 35. Oh, fine.
Yeah, but it's not in a straight. It's not as simple as that.
It's not as that.
No.
Nah, it's going to be a monster day. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to have, what do you call it? Watership down on my headphones. Bright eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Do motivational videos.
So this is for Three Peaks.
Three peak spots, yeah. I'm going to walk there.
And that date is what?
6th of November.
6th of November.
There's only 20 tickets left. I'm absolutely buzzing with it. 100. When they said to me, oh, we're going to give you the big cinema, I was like, oh, I meant 50 seats or something. They're like, no, it's 130. I was like, fucking hell.
Get in
130.
Class that, like.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful.
And then we go from there on to streaming services.
Wow.
So
Wow.
is there any other than Amazon Prime, or is that the main one?
Well, it'll go on Prime first, and then there's other stuff like in and around it. So we just got to wait and see what comes off, really. But it's, you know what? It's great for everyone involved. Like the film festival itself is class. Like it's a great advert for the region.
Yeah.
Tim Healy's coming. Johnny Vegas. Loads of other like Northeast actors and celebrities and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a hell of a gig. I'm looking forward to it.
John, if you could, like, I asked you why you do this at the beginning. I'm going to ask you, like, if you could say briefly between now and the end of your working career, whenever that is, what does this look like? Where does all this go? What would you like to achieve? What's your peak?
Well, to help others, you've got to be sorted yourself.
Right.
So off the back of this, I would love for this to make me like wealthy. Not because I want to drive around in a G-Wagon and get a chain, because I want to have the ability to be sorted and help my mum and my sister. But I also want to be able to help people who genuinely struggle and struggle to kick on and push on. And I just think like more people need to do more tough things. And like we need to stop fucking hiding behind labels and making up excuses why we don't do the things that we should be doing, and just say, right, I'm off to do this now. I'm off to challenge myself. Whatever that looks like for you, but we just need to be doing more hard things. We have got mega soft.
Oh yeah.
And it's mega easy to go, I don't do this because of this, and my ADHD's playing up, and like
My pronouns are doing me
I'm
in.
sick of hearing it, man. I mean, I've probably got all. I mean, I'm not dyslexic, mate. Grammarly give me a fucking discount. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking bad, mate. Like, this that needs a hand. Do you know what I mean? Like, but no one cares, mate.
Have you ever like been that far out that spell check doesn't know what you're saying?
Yeah.
I do that sometimes in a message and I'm writing it and I'm that far off.
It's
that
like,
it's like I
comes up with a
don't.
completely
Yeah, I
different
don't even
sentence.
know what this is.
There's
Like,
no replacements found, so you got to start again.
no replacement. No.
Like,
Oh.
just mocks you. Like, what's this? Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with this, mate? This is tragic. This
Just
you
letters.
can't put this.
It's just letters.
It's
It's just letters.
But this is the thing. I'm shocking dyslexic really badly, so I just went and got a VA who's great at that. Don't hide behind your problem. Find a solution to it, and stop telling us all that you've got whatever you've got. If I see one more bio with ADHD, and I don't care. I don't care, and you shouldn't care either. You should be like, right, that's a problem, or is it a problem? What's the solution? Stop telling me you've got it, because I don't care. Because if it's such a fucking superpower, how come it holds you back so much then?
True words.
Like-
I suppose. Yeah.
Like, I was dyslexic in the 90s. Wasn't a fucking superpower then.
No.
Getting bullied and getting asked to read out religious studies and that, getting beasted trying to read out
Yeah.
the New Testament.
Remember that at school? You stand in the class, it'd be English or something, and you're reading bloody Romeo and Juliet, and next year, fucking Emma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She speaks perfect English. You know, every single word, all the breaks are right, and you think,
Yeah,
I'm next.
I'm
next.
gonna butcher this.
And you're like,
Yeah.
but then, like, because everyone was that brutal, like, everyone just laughed. Did you know what I mean?
Wasted, yeah. That was when you were building resilience as a kid. I mean, I couldn't read Janice and John, never mind like New Testament. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're up next.
Yeah. Remember the reading colours, the books? Did you have colours at school?
Yeah.
I only got to beige.
Yeah, it was a big thing. So that's what I want to do, mate. Like, I've invested loads in myself. I've invested loads in the business. I want this to do really well. So it gets me to a point where I'm like, right, mint. What's the next part of this journey? Like, what's the next thing? Do I start a CIC? Do I kick on and do more stuff on TV? Do I inspire people to go, right, yeah, John, I've got idiot. I just leave it there. Anyway, get your boots on.
Yeah.
and just start like taking action a little bit, and you know, do some good stuff. So we'll see what comes from it. I know one thing. Like, if you'd have said to me 2 years ago when I started, like, on my business journey, what's the vision? This wouldn't have been. I mean, an international fucking leadership expedition next to a Prime documentary. Like,
Mental.
I'm in Dream Street now.
Mental.
It just has to, because obviously with all this stuff, especially with the people I'm working with, they look for social proof. They look for like, well, okay, but who are you and what have you done? And like, this is just another thing in the book to say, well, that's the gig, innit? That, right? Because that's what people buy into, don't they? They need to see a bit of social proof from you. They need to see what makes you. Why is it 10 grand here and 5 grand here? What's the difference? If you wanted to go out with Aunt Middleton for the day, you know, that'd be more spicy than going out with my mate Michael from North Wales.
Oh, yeah.
But good reason. One's got a great personal brand and has built a bit of an empire, and one hasn't. And that's the gig, innit?
Well, I don't know, John. I say I've known about you for a while, but this is the first time I've sat down and had a proper conversation with you. And you know, sometimes you just get a feeling about someone. And I just got this funny feeling, mate, that everything you want's going to happen.
Yeah, I hope so. Otherwise, I'll be on that plane out of Heathrow.
Yeah.
Living in Thailand.
Well, that's always an option, isn't it? That's
Doing me Dubai post. Oh, it's mint living out here.
Yeah. That's a backup. You know what I mean?
I hope you know that we're expecting to see some more of these Sergio tracksuits.
Oh, That's it. I'm going to be back on the old site today. Right, order more. Aye, absolutely. Class.
John,
Absolutely class.
how can we're going to wrap it up now? 2 reasons. Well, 3. 1, that's where we like it.
Yeah.
2, I need a piss.
Fair enough.
And 3, I've got a phone call to make. So,
make the money.
honesty first.
Honesty first.
Honesty first. So, just before we go, how can you offer? How can people get hold of you? What do they do?
They can get hold of me by that button there says contact.
That big button in the corner, yeah.
Or you can ring me, which is all over. Or you can find me on LinkedIn, John Beamson. Or you can come over onto Instagram and send me a message there. Or you can just fucking track me down in Babbles because I'm there most days.
Yeah, you like the staff.
Yeah, I'm on the discount. So LinkedIn, Instagram, give us a ring and go from there. Really, it's not hard.
It's not hard, is it?
It gets hard, but it's not hard to start.
And it's the CEOadventurer.com.
.com, always .com. Yeah.
Beautiful.
What we will do is we will leave all the relevant information in the description below, so it's more easier for you to go and find out more about John and his journey. And make sure everyone checks out the documentary when it comes out. And if you're local to the area, like we're saying, there's still tickets available.
20 tickets.
Get on to them, people.
Get on to them.
Hey, John, thank you for talking to people like us. It's been beautiful.
Been class, mate. Thanks very much.
Absolutely inspiring. Kieran, we need to pull our fingers out.
We do.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the end of that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you next time.
Magic. Bang on, lads.